Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Ladder Legends replay analysis. Today we have a TvT between FirstTimer and a Barcode, and he said, Chinese Russian six-fingered man straight out spanks me in TvT. So we're going to be going over this today. Turn on the music real quick. Barcode Terrans could definitely potentially be a Smurf. We'll see about that. And it's not myself. My barcode's at 4-9, so before you ask. No. Double gas. He decided to not wall the ramp. Okay, he's going to wall the factory. Nice job blocking the SCV in. You get a guaranteed kill. Very nice. SCV goes back to mining. From here, so we're doing what I'm assuming is Nico's build. Okay, no. Okay, we're doing 5 Reaper, 3 Hellion, maybe? Yes, okay, 5 Reaper, 3 Hellion. Sounds good with the lib. So we're doing Hellion lib to start. It's all good. Unfortunate timing. When you move down, he's right there. You can definitely kill a Cyclone with this amount of units. I see. I like that you're getting in there. That way you can... You almost killed the tank, but you did kill a lot of Marines. Still wasn't a great start for you, though. Also, our natural's pretty late. We're going into double factory, double starport. Okay, so 2 factory, 2 starport. I was going to say, we should be doing triple Viking, I think. Trying to catch the push as it moves out. So I appreciate you killed a Cyclone. So, how are things looking for you right now? He had a slight economic advantage, and that's showing in the supply. Plus, we've lost a few, not more units in total, but just more resources in total. So we're ever so slightly behind. It's not the end of the world. Like I think we're okay, but we are feeling like slight effects. Like he's got a very slight advantage that he's losing by throwing away these tiny amounts of units. He does have a 3rd command center already done. So. How much vision do we have? We have no vision. We don't know if he's going bio or mech. So in these kinds of situations, you get a scan right around like the 5.5-minute mark. Get off. And whenever that scan, sorry, my cat was on the vanity behind myself, making a whole bunch of noise. Anyways, whenever that scan becomes available, if you have no vision, we should scan to just make sure we see what he's doing. Like we see a 2nd factory plus armory, then he's probably going mech. And in regards to production, he's actually way behind you. Like if he loses this push, then he's screwed. And this also, by the way, is why I'm not a huge fan of Ravens, because going 3rd CC into Ravens, it's like his actual infrastructure is very, very, very far behind comparatively to yours, right? Like you're doubling his production on both ends already. Now we are hitting a pretty rough supply block here. You know he's over here. Nice. You land. Okay, so landing is a mistake here. We should just kill the Ravens. And so here's what is ideal when you're playing against Ravens like this. So we want to have a slightly better defensive tank setup. And what do I mean by better? We probably want 1 tank here. I don't mind having 1 tank out in front. So like 1 tank here, 1 tank here, and then maybe a tank like right here. So like here, and then 4th one here. That way you have like a really good defensive line, and he has to go in deep with the Ravens. He doesn't have to go in very deep to disable these tanks right now. Like I see what you're doing. You're trying to cover both ramps, and I like that you're trying to take the initiative and be out on the map. But ideally, so if your Vikings are not in position for the Ravens, what do we do here? The goal should be to try to unsiege as the Raven shoots the interference matrix, because if you unsiege as it hits it, you'll still be able to move the tank away, and you potentially won't lose it. Because what do they do when they disable, right? They then siege up and try to just kill your tanks while they're disabled, and you can't unsiege while they're disabled. So if you basically, okay, I see this coming in. Like, let's look at our vision. You see these Ravens right here? You try to immediately click the tanks, like as you're looking, and just D for is common for unsiege. So just like he's shooting this. So click unsiege, click unsiege, click unsiege, like just those 3. Maybe not this one, because it doesn't. He's not going to go for that one. And then we try to just run them away. That's the best thing you can do here. I like that you're targeting down tanks. Like, you actually kill a decent amount of tanks, but we also just kind of gave up our air control. Not that we can't get it back, but we gave it up. One other thing is we have a lot of cash right now. We're not producing out of this starport. We just started producing out of those. It's one of those things where it's like, we could have afforded either a second armory / upgrades or one more production structure by this point, by the time you're fully saturated on 2 bases. So we want to kind of do that, right, to have more units if possible. Still not the end of the world for you. Oh, that Marine is soaking up the damage. It's very unfortunate. He's going to land his Viking here. And now we're kind of in trouble because we've lost the vast majority of our units. He's got 3 tanks ready to go. 4 tanks ready to go. Okay, so we end up cleaning it up, but now we're very behind in terms of SCVs. Not like he could have had a lot more SCVs than this too. His macro has not been very good, but you know, how many did we lose there? I just went back to the very, very beginning. Lovely. We'll know when we're there by the amount of workers killed, right? So, okay. This when everything's getting landed. He's at 52. But yeah, he's killed 25 workers. Like, it's not unwinnable by any means, but it's gonna be pretty hard to get it back, to come back. And what's most important is we can't be missing SCV cycles when we're behind. Like, you already don't want to be missing SCV cycles when you're ahead, but we really don't want to be missing them while we're behind. Just gonna hinder us very much so. Like, we're missing another cycle here. As far as the comeback situations go, like, this is what we need to be doing. He also managed to keep 2 Ravens alive, which is pretty rough. You want to at least kill the... Yeah, I think the landing the Vikings was your biggest mistake. We could have cleared all the Ravens there, and then you would have had the Vikings been able to be landed to protect this back tank, right? So, unfortunately, we kind of lost the game to that early push. Now we're set up for a long game. So, no, we don't have any sensor towers, which is, like, you're building one right now. We don't have one on this side, though. Actually, unfortunately, you were building one there. It's just ever so slightly too late. Very unfortunate. We should always have at least 1 or 2 turrets here if they're playing Raven. That way you can at least get a kill. Like, basically make sure they have to go in too deep. I like to put the turrets even further forward, like here and here, because they act as like buffer vision, right? It's like they can't fly their air forward without killing it with the ground units, and then by that time you know the ground units are there and it gives you time to respond. So, like a turret like this is a great turret because they have to come up the ramp and kill this before they can then get in range of your stuff. But we are just slightly too exposed on this side. And we would have had air control from the beginning as well. He went triple starport afterwards. Makes this kind of rough. Now from your diamond. Well, so the thing is like, he wasn't necessarily playing that well in terms of like macro or anything. It just came down to how we were sieged up at the beginning, right? So we just make a couple adjustments here and things will go a lot smoother for us. If you have any questions, you know, I'm always down to run you through like how to do it at any time, first timer. So feel free to PM me. Thank you so much for the submission. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.